Welcome to the 2020 Virtual Candidate Forum. Our desire is to create informed voters by giving the Plant City community an opportunity to meet every candidate on their ballot.
At the Greater Plant City Chamber of Commerce, we are a connector and convener in the community of current and rising leaders. When we all work together, we are Plant City Strong.
This event would not be possible without community involvement. We would like to thank Tampa Electric, Fried Egg Productions, South Florida Baptist Hospital, the Hillsborough County Farm Bureau, and the many other generous supporters.
Without further ado, let's hear from this candidate.
Hello, my name is Doug Driggers with TICO. We're a proud member of the Greater Plant City Chamber of Commerce, and I have the pleasure of serving on the board of directors. Our committee has prepared a few questions for every candidate on the ballot running for a position that will represent residents of the Plant City community. Today, I'm here with Mike Harvey, who's running for Soil and Water Conservation District 2. Mike, will you give us a quick introduction of yourself for the viewers so they can get to know you?
Well, first of all, I would like to say good morning, Doug, and also for this tremendous opportunity. A lot of times, Soil and Water Conservation District candidates are not given the same platform as a lot of the other positions. So I really want to send a big thank you to you, TICO, the Greater City, Plant City Chamber of Commerce. Really appreciate the opportunity. My name is Mike Harvey, and I am a local businessman here, reside in the Tampa, Florida area, live near a conservation area, oddly enough, and I'm jumping into this race to try to shake things up a little bit.
Very good. Well, tell us what soil and water conservation does. Why do we need it?
You know, that is an excellent question, and I have gotten it a lot lately. Soil and water conservation was the concept was originally started way back in the 30s. I don't know if you guys remember this little thing called the Dust Bowl. We had farmers that were not using the best irrigation practices, and their topsoil eroded, compounded with some climate issues that was going on at the time. And it created a dire situation for farmers and the people that they feed. So the federal government stepped in and they created these soil and water conservation districts to try to get the farmers some help and get them back online and get the food production going. Mission has evolved a lot. You know, we don't do as our economy is not as agricultural driven as it used to be. So soil and water conservation has creeped into more urban areas. You know, we're looking into our rivers and streams and how to keep trash out of them, and a lot of things that has gone beyond the initial scope or the charter of the soil and water conservation.
Very good. So tell us, why are you running for office?
Well, I'm running for office primarily because right now, I don't think there is enough attention brought to soil and water conservation. So many times I get that question, what is soil and water conservation? They have no idea what the conservation is, what it does, where it's located. I myself, when I started to have questions about it, like most people, I tried to go online and do some information just to find out that the link for the actual website didn't work. And I found that quite troubling.
Yeah.
I think the people that I think the members that run the board now do a great job, but I think I can bring some new ideas and a different energy as far as outreach to the citizens and getting that message out there, making sure our website works, getting us out there, putting us in touch with more great companies like TICO and become partners.
Very good. Very good. Well, if you're elected, what would you plan to do for the Plant City community?
Well, Plant City is already very, very famous for those wonderful strawberries. Yeah. I would definitely like to bring an entire program to the Plant City area that not only emphasizes just strawberries, but all the other great farming and other agricultural things that happen in Plant City. There's a lot more in Plant City than strawberries, and people need to know about that.
Very good. Well, if you're elected, what would your priority be in your first term?
My main priority not only is conservation, but I'm really my heart is set on we have to start younger. We have to go into the schools. We have to bring this message to younger people. You know, it's much more difficult to get someone into a habit once they've already. But if we can start molding young children, young people, and get them into the conversation, we have a much greater chance of accomplishing our goals long term. You know, it takes a lot to develop a habit, but it's nearly impossible to break one. And if we're drumming this message to young people at an early age, it just multiplies our opportunity to have success long term and to meet the long list, the litany of things that we have to accomplish in the next 10 to 20 years as far as water and soil conservation.
Very good. Well, that's all the questions that I have. Is there anything you'd like to share with the viewers before we go?
I just want to encourage everyone, do your research, do your homework, get to know the candidates. I have a web page that you can go on there. If you want to ask me a question, I'll personally answer anyone's question. Have a phone call, we'll do Zoom, we'll do whatever it takes to get the message out. That this is very important. We're in an extremely critical junction, extremely critical time in our political future as far as our environment is concerned. There are some things that are happening that we're at a tipping point that we can, if we act now and we act strong and we act boldly and are aggressive, we can change and we can fix. But we have to stop talking about it and actually start doing it.
I agree. Great job. Well, Mike, thank you for your time. I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with us and letting our viewers get to know you a little bit better and get to know what soil and water conservation is all about. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
No problem.